السلام عليكم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Today's topic will be about Meccan and Madinan Quran. What is the difference between Meccan and the Madinan Surah? Number one, what meant by Meccan Surah? Surahs of the Quran have also been classified according to their origin into Meccan and the Madinan Surahs. The Meccan Surah is said to be of Meccan origin when its beginning was revealed in Mecca phase, even if it contains verses from Medina. What meant by Medinan Surah? A surah is said to be of Medinan origin when its beginning was revealed in Medinan phase, even if it has verses from the Meccan period in its text. What are the characteristics of Meccan Surah? Number one, any chapter that relates the stories of previous prophets and their people is Meccan, except chapter number 2. Number 2, short verses and strong rhetorical style and rhythmic sound. Repeated use of emphasis, exhortation, analogies, and oath. Emphasis on the belief in Allah, the Day of Judgment, and description of hell and heaven. Call for adherence to good moral and universal characters like truthfulness, kindness to relatives, old and neighbors. Argument with the polytheists and the refutation of their associating partners with Allah. Warning the polytheists through stories of previous messengers when punishment came to their people when they rejected their message. Last one, any chapter that had the phrase Ya ayyuhan nasu, O mankind, but does not have the phrase Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe, is Meccan except chapter number 22. What are the characteristics of Madinan Surah? Number one, mention of jihad and detailing on its rulings. Number two, details on Islamic jurisprudence and the legal system as well as laws governing family, money transaction, international law and acts of worship. Number three, mention of hypocrisy and dealing with hypocrites. Number four, any verse that starts with Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe. We will find the Medina Surah has more long verses, thing, easy vocabulary, and discussion in regards to people of the book, Jews and Christians. Here now we will know what are the benefits of knowing the Meccan and the Medinan Surah. Knowing the origin and order of some of the revelation is important for understanding its meaning, which can often be more easily grasped if one knows the time and circumstances that related to it. For instance, many verses from the Meccan period may be especially meaningful to Muslims living in a strongly un-Islamic environment, while some of the Medinan period would appeal much to Muslims who are in the process of information or in the process of formation of the Ummah. Ummah here means nation. In some cases, unless one knows which of two or more related verses was revealed first, one cannot decide which legal ruling is now binding upon the Muslims. Here, knowledge of the chronology is directly linked with the issue of naskh. Naskh here means abrogation. What are the benefits of knowing the Meccan and the Medina Surah? It is also important to know the chronology of verses in order to understand the gradual development of many Muslims' practices, attitudes, and laws, such as those toward the prohibition of alcohol and toward fighting, and to see how these matters developed historically. That's during the lifetime of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in order to understand their full implications. Knowledge about the Meccan and the Medina Surah is derived from the companions, Sahaba, and successors, Tabi'in, and nothing is said about this by the Prophet himself. This is because at this time, Everyone was a witness and well aware of the occasions of revelation. Summary. The knowledge of Mecca and the Medina Surah or revelation is one of the most important branches of Ulum al-Quran, sciences of the Quran. It is not merely of historical interest, but practically important for the understanding and interpretation of the respective verses. Many surahs of the Quran do contain material from both periods of revelation, and in some cases there exists difference of opinion among scholars concerning the classification of the particular message. However, on the whole, it is a well-established distinction, fully employed in the science of tafsir and best derived from the internal evidence of the text of the Quran itself. But before leaving you, we have a question here to evaluate yourselves. Mention some Meccan and Medinan surahs or ayat from the Holy Quran. جزاكم الله خيرا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.